I'm doing now, and then after I'm done eating dinner, I'm gonna do another one. Trying to get this series done before. No, I'm gonna take a break before the playoffs. Shoot, wait. Oh wait, I'm gonna go to depth chart. Depth chart. I'm gonna do nah, yeah, I'll do Carson Palmer for this game. I'm trying to see player stats really quick. Okay, he's 91. Garoppolo 26. Brissett has only 8. You're only at 12 on that list. On the legacy leaderboard. It's okay. The next game against the Redskins, I'll put Palmer in. Oh no, wait. Yeah, next game against the Redskins. So sorry. I have a quarterback controversy. You know, when you have good quarterbacks on your team, it doesn't really matter who you have. All right, so I'm going to go in as Brissett. I'm going to start the game. Yeah, it's a 9-3 Titans. This should be a fun one. Like I said, I'm going to do one now, and I'm going to do another one later, so that I only have like 2 games remaining. Hold on. Before I start, I just want to see how much games I got left. Hey, I got about. No, I'm playing. Okay, so it's Giants and Seahawks. So very much these 2 today, and then. Okay. Alright, now going back. And like I said at the end of this, I will. This started May 29th, and it's continuing on to. I'll just do regular uniforms. I'm gonna do balanced. I'm just gonna do multiple D. Balanced multiple D. Let's do it. I will talk to you guys at the end of the video. Right. talk to you later. Well, actually, when the game's over, I'll talk to you later. Peace out.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Arizona Cardinals. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their third-year QB out of Oregon, Marcus Mariota.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They go play action here on first down. And, right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Frosty Rocker in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Peterson. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. The man under center in his 2nd year now out of NC State, it's Jacoby Brissett.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Brissett sets to throw it. Room here to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Let's go.
A 1st down throw for Brissett. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Second down now after the incompletion. Here's Brissett. Rolling to his right. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's go.
3rd and short yardage, Brissett. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Still fighting for more. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, 29 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out come the Titans now. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Again, it's Murray. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Another tackle for loss from the interior of that D-line. He had 4 of those last week, partner.
And what you can glean just from the statistics, even if you don't watch the tape, is that he is what we call a one-gap player. I mean, that's all he has responsibility for, which means they want him to get upfield, penetrate into the backfield, make plays. When you're a two-gap defensive tackle, you've got to cover up too much ground. And
a big loss here as he's taken down. Frosty Rucker in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
This Cardinals pass rush in 2016 got home 48 times. That's a pretty good number.
A very good number, led the league. Is it just because the dudes that they had, or the scheme, or both, or what?
It's always the dudes first, but their scheme, attacking, pressure, they'll continue to pile up the sacks.
On the return is Peterson. Tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. And with that touchdown reception, we have a new single-season leader. We were waiting for this moment. We got to see it here.
How much fun is it that we were here to see it? And this guy's able to catch touchdown passes from everywhere. Red zone, out in the field. It didn't matter. You put in his vicinity, he carried it over the goal line.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Time to look now with our spotlight at the quarterback, Marcus. And the Titans getting set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
And it comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And that will set him up in excellent shape. First and goal at the 9-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Let's go!
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. A look at the defensive starters for Tennessee.
Outside linebacker Brian Orakpo got back to his Pro Bowl form in 2016, where he had double-digit sacks for the 3rd time in his career, the first time since 2013. But don't think he's just a one-trick pony. He can also drop into coverage and take away some passing lanes as well.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go!
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Here we go!
Brissett. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. And they better put that ball to the side, because with that catch, he's a new single-season receiving yards record holder.
What a fantastic year. And we saw it start early, didn't we, partner? Right out of the gate. We knew he was going to have a tremendous year, but who knew it would culminate in breaking this all-time record?
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for. Under pressure, they got him again. Carlos Dansby in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Mariota. And the pressure gets to him again. Dayon Buchanan in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Dayon Buchanan in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now, fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Brissett on first down. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Here's Brissett. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. Adoree Jackson on the return. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
That was second down run for Murray. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Third and long here for Mariota. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder. You think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's pulled in at the 32. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring it down. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for it.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cardinals add on. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers, it's not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on,
with desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Cards continue to pour it on. And he's on pace now for 12 rushing touchdowns. And I think he's making fantasy owners smile.
I think you've got to change something on defense, don't you? I mean, we often talk about using a spy on a quarterback who has the ability to run and maneuver outside of the pocket. Maybe they need to change that to spying him, because this many touchdowns this early, that is demoralizing for a defense. One guy breaking them down.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They go with Murray again. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. And here is the Cardinal defense.
It's easy to talk about Patrick Peterson because you can be definitive about his game. Tremendous against the run because he's an excellent tackler. Can run with anyone because of his speed. Has the size to play the football downfield extremely well. And then you throw in his kick return ability. You have one of the top corners in the NFL year in.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
Brandon, that's the third time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make...
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. And the Cardinals add on.
Brandon, my man, just 1 sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play call, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust.
And the ball is knocked out. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. A lot of times we talk about being opportunistic as a defense as a whole. Right now it's becoming just one guy on this defense.
And he is doing such a fantastic job because everyone emphasizes taking the ball away, going after the football. But some people just have a special knack for it. He forced 2 fumbles last week, and there he forces another one in this game.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Into the secondary again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Cards continue to pour it on. Now Dawson for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
A play fake to Murray. Now Mariota. Here comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And a first and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration. You'll hear those words on the bench.
Sub, I sub to your channel. Can you sub to my channel?
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
They come out here in the eye. We're set now on second down. Escaping the pressure. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. And the record for receptions in a single season has been eclipsed.
Which tells you one thing. Not only is he getting open, he's not dropping anything that comes his way. What a fantastic season, jumping over the really high bar that had been set previously.
He's one of the best ever. So a challenge upon us, and we can agree the ball was caught. That's not the issue. The question, did he get both feet in?
And now it comes down to what the
After a hit the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Extra point try now for Dawson. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we want two. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to cloud them a little bit.
Out come the Titans now.
I love messing around.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Caught right side, Davis. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their line.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed, they will keep possession of the ball. And they've got it here with a first down. Carry of the game now, Murray. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong. And
Murray fighting, lost the football.
Is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home, the next guy comes through and picks him.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a two-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And for back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. DeMarco Murray and company heading back onto the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They go play action. Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So they're going to go for two. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the two-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for two. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And right now we spotlight DeMarco Murray. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that was going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going and not helping him much. Mariota now on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down, Brissett. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
First down, Brissett. Able to power through. Sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And the route is on here in this first half. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Marcus Mariota and the offense heading back out for their next possession. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
The Titans on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Mariota. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the best rivalries going. We'll have the Ravens and Steelers for you at 8:30 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday night, another divisional matchup. This time it's the Pats heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Nice twofer there.
Brissett forced out to his left. And an alley to run. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
To throw is Brissett. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On the toss, here's Johnson. Breaks through. David Johnson on his way. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big run there by Johnson. 45 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And now Bruce Arians with a play clock running low is going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go.
To throw, Brissett. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Morgan, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Let's go.
Throwing, Brissett. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jacoby Brissett taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cardinals add on. Now Dawson for the extra point.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. DeMarco Murray and company heading back onto the field. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. Play action now. Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Stays on his feet. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go to Johnson again. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cards continue to pour it on.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. And the route is on here in this first half. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Mariota on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
The Titans on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 16. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here's Brett Kern now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Fielded just inside the 30. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now Brissett underneath for Johnson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. David Johnson on his way. And down to the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. Well, a big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw it a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go. 190. 190. Fight. Check. 59. Come on.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decided to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the 1st down at the 1-yard line, though. They run. It's Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals add on. And partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the
I
touchdowns
don't
scored
you like
today,
the N-word I am
does he
like.
need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for a trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run.
Sergio is a racist pig.
Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now Eric Decker and company getting ready to go again on offense. Looking down at this catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through. You get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A toss to Murray. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a fairly solid idea about which team will be featured prominently in those highlights.
Might be a little biased. On 3rd down, Murray. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon for the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. Eli Manning, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. David Johnson now gears up to help lead this offense back on the field. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the 4th. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jerron Brown with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cards continue to pour it on.
Heard a coach talk about those.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mario had it jarred loose, and the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And he will bring this down inside
never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Here we go.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They'll try to run it now with Sproles. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. Darren Sproles in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals add on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squid kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A first down throw for Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Cardinals are showing they're the better team right now and lead big at the end of 2. The Titans have an uphill battle in front of them, but we'll try to claw back in this one. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. Now 1st and 10. Johnson's got nothing but space here, and he'll run it in from 29 yards out as they get out to a 7-0 lead. 1st and 10. Here a throw deep down the field is caught, and is going to be caught for the touchdown. The Cardinals go up by 15. Now to the middle of the first. Fitzgerald's got nobody around him on the deep pass, and this will go as a touchdown. The Cardinals go up by 30. Now 1st and 10. Browns wide open on the deep pass.
All right, Larry, indeed a one-sided affair to this point as we get set for... This is fielded at the... And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. The last time out, a touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around.
All those empty seats? You and me trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Let's go. 38.
And they tack it in 2.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Let's go. 190. 190.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Johnson on the counter. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 2nd down, 9 yards to go.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
They pitch it out to Johnson. And he works free. Still going. They can't stop him. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Johnson, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And this is caught on the left side. Jerron Brown. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there? Swarming to it and not allowing that to happen. Did not let him get downfield.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go. What?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Bruce Arians with a decision to make, and he's made it. They're going to go on 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. That good for 19 at a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This is their fullback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
I can't say that I was really in love with the play call there. A draw in that situation, I know it's a risk-reward call. If it works, he walks in. But otherwise, you're bringing up a really tough 4th down situation.
They come out here in the eye. They're going to run. It's Sproles. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Darren Sproles, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Cards continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Up big, and they go for 2, and they get it.
I remember being in high school and seeing an article in the paper where a local columnist had said, "Why are we fighting over sportsmanship and running up the score? Just run it up on everybody and deal with it." Some people just don't care that way, and obviously this coach feels the exact same way.
So that article was saying the defense should be able to stop him.
That's what they're trying to say. Hey, if you don't want it to happen, stop them. Otherwise, quit whining about it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Again, it's Murray. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and it comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points It's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Now Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
On third down, Johnson. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. This offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
On the ground, this is Johnson. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Let's go!
Johnson. And now running right through it. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So now it's 1st and goal.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
The give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Jermaine Gresham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals add on. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal. They don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board. A drive that time of 6 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And for back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on it.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Third and short yardage. Mariota. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the board.
Yeah, I'm when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Brett Kern now. He's been terrific so far. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. They toss it out right to Johnson. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On third down, that's Johnson. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
A first down carry here for Johnson. Powers through. He's still barreling through. And he'll be taken down into enemy territory. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And shutting him off now open field. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, now he bowls him over. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 2nd down following the run.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Right there,
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Come on, let's go. 190. 190.
Here's Johnson. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
190. 190.
And on the ground they go with a running back. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And the seemingly endless drive continues.
Let's go. Grand 38.
On 3rd down, it's Johnson. And now running right through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run it with Johnson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cards continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing, Mariota. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And an alley to run. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now Mariota. Here comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. Extra point try now for Dawson. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
WTF. You scored 150 points.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Titans getting set to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
I don't like the N-word.
First down, Mariota. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Murray fighting. Lost the football.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's second down. Now Mariota going with a screen for Murray. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner. Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Mariota now. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their
So
celebrations because they
don't
don't
you
get
say
there
the
that often.
N-word on
No, they're
my
not
channel and the
choreographed very well,
brother.
usually.
Now Dawson for the extra point.
You got PS4 or Xbox?
Now this one was
PS4.
over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
Sup, wanna get a game?
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And that last possession, really a gut
Sub
punch.
to
You
me
seemingly
then.
had it working. You were
My
in the midst
name
of a
on
very strong
PS4 is
drive, and
Nicola
suddenly the fumble,
310.
and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take...
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
They go to Johnson again. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That burst good for 20 and a first down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
They'll run it with Sproles. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. Darren Sproles with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Elsewhere, they're on the fourth quarter at MetLife Stadium. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. It's the Giants hoping to pull the stunner. They lead in that one. Eli Manning looking strong in this one. Over 300 yards, couple of touchdown passes to boot. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what are you, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On second down, Mariota again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
Mariota. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Robert Kindici. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now it's Peterson. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brissett to throw on first. He gets it left side to Johnson. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's got room. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. They're in the fourth quarter in Denver. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. The Jets continuing to pour it on. They're opening the lead up even further. Josh McCown, a touchdown pass to help lead the way. Johnson running right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down he goes, taking it inside the dish, shy of the 5 at the 6. The story, the number 0, zilch, nada. A shutout so hard.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for the Cardinals, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall.
All right, everybody. So, I'm going to put Palmer in for the next 2 games, and this is just sick. Since I have a good running, I have the best running back in football. I really don't care about the quarterback right now. But I want Palmer to break 100. That's all I want him to do. So I'm going to see how much time for possession I had. Got a plus 14 turnover differential. It's pretty much good with the time of possession. I'm going to look at the scoring summary, and then I'm going to do a quick KF2 live stream. I'm going to do another one later on today, so then I'll be able to finish up with the Giants and Seahawks. So I only have 2 more. I'll get that done. I'm not going to do it tomorrow because I got stuff to do. I'm going to advance to the week against the Redskins, and that's what we'll do next week. I'm actually going to do Killing Floor 2 in about, 5 minutes. So I clinched the division, the playoff berth. I'm going to see who else is in the NFC, AFC East. Yeah, there's no other team that's going to make it from that division. AFC West. AFC South, Jaguars got it. It seems like a 4-team race. Jacksonville, Tennessee, everyone else but the Colts. You got AFC North, of course. You got Pittsburgh kicking butt. So, let's see AFC. So, this is pretty much it. So, it's Jacksonville, Pittsburgh, Tennessee. I know. Wait. Yeah, Jacksonville, Pittsburgh. I don't know. It's crazy with the playoff berths. And, of course, I have the number 1 record in the NFC. No, NFC. I won it firsthand. Eagles, Seattle, and I'm still, oh my God! Oh boy, man. You know what? I gave up that, excuse me, you know how much you gave up that much points? From me. I just score 100 points a game, usually. This is a blowout. I'm facing off against the Redskins, and all I'm going to do in Washington, I'm trying to get Carson Palmer to that sort of record. You know, so I'm going to do Carson Palmer. I like getting these guys ready, at least for the playoffs, because those guys are good. You've got Carson Palmer, who's close to setting the all-time, well, my all-time record of so yeah, he has 91. He needs about 9. Doesn't say our passer rating, completion ratio, but there's no it's off of 500. Now Johnson is sick. 500 yards. Let's see career stats. I'm gonna see NFL records because I know I hit some NFL records. Palmer is closing in. Yeah, I could easily break that record. I easily could break that record with 100 yards. Yeah. Tom Brady, Dan Marino, Drew Brees, Matthew Stafford. Yeah, I had no idea Brees just did that consecutively. Ooh, he set the... Ooh, my God. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. All those guys on my team set those records. Catches, of course, I did that. Hitting touchdowns to Juju, and of course you got Larry Fitzgerald, 54 and 31. You got Juju. You got Antonio Brown. You got Julio in 2015. Rushing touchdowns, way on my way. Rushing yards, way ahead of that record. Most of those guys that get 200 yards, most of them are good. And all that stuff. I mean, that's not real. You could just experiment with it. I mean, look at that. Look at all these. Passing touchdowns. See, so it was Palmer. All the remaining records are pretty much mine. David Johnson with all these. Antonio Brown didn't play in 2005. That's wrong. So it's all Palmer, Garoppolo, Brissett, of course, Sid Luckman. Oh my gosh. Everyone in this record is Johnson from the same year. Holy crap. Alright, so I will talk to you guys in a little bit when I do a quick Killing Floor 2 stream. And then later on tonight, I will do another Madden stream. So hopefully it's going to be a good one. Make the Redskins go to 7-7. I will talk to you guys later. Peace out. Now I'm going to look at the comments. All these guys that say the N-word to me. I apologize if when people say the N-word to me, I really don't like it. Especially ER, Sergio Valencia. I hate when people say the N-word to me. I really don't like it, guys. So I suggest you never do that again. Seriously, I'm white. I'm white. Okay, I'm freaking white, dude. You know, like Sergio Vince called it. He said Nigge. Like, I'm not gonna say the word. I'm not black. You freaking racist scumbag. You don't call people that word. You hear me? You don't call people that word. You racist. All right. So I'll talk to you guys later in a little bit. Peace out.